Hello and welcome back to Dreamwalker Tarot. My name is Dawn and this is the September reading for Capricorn Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Mercury. I'm going to go ahead right now and apologize to you for all the noise that's going on behind me. It is the end of summer and people are still out on these bikes like trying to hold on to summer, right? I've gone ahead and pulled the cards for you at this time. I'm going to go ahead and turn them over. So in your current situation right now, oh my God, you guys got the same card as Sagittarius, right? So Sagittarius also had the Nine of Wands in the reverse. And this is an indication like you're really like in a space where you're taking stock of all the hardships that you've overcome, all the hardships that you've endured in the past, kind of like looking over them and really contemplating, your progress and your growth, and really just taking stock of all the things and all the personal victories that you've had. What's crossing you is the Knight of Wands, and that's in the reverse also. So really, like I said, there's a space where you're kind of like focused on the next aspects of your journey, really focused on the next steps in your life. You're really focused on your goals. You're really focused on, kind of like overcoming the things that you've been through and really rushing forward into like the next space in your life. I feel like this energy of wanting to kind of like forget some things. Some of you might have been dealing with a Sagittarius. You might be trying to get away from them. There's that. But I do sense that there is a sense of hesitation maybe with the moving forward. You might be feeling a little scattered right now. There might be a little bit of frustration in terms of like looking at like the next stage of your life. You can also be in a stage where you might not be as necessarily trusting of people as you were in the past, right? And in the past, the Four of Wands. So the Four of Wands is an indication of like the ending of something, right? So it could be you might have gotten a divorce, or I mean, it's okay. So the Four of Wands is talking about conflict. It could be talking about conflict with other people, really being kind of like in a transitionary space and coming out of that. And I'm saying conflict only due to the fact that the Nine of Wands and the Four of Wands are kind of like really playing out here in the middle of the reading. And so I feel like you might be kind of like looking to the future of and getting away from the residual energy of something that didn't necessarily work out. I feel like there is like a sense of like hesitation about moving forward, a little bit of a delay, scattered energy because of this, right? But for some of you, this could also mean like your celebration of your milestones and the things that you accomplished. You might be kind of like keeping it to yourself out of like a sense of paranoia about other people kind of like, I don't want to say taking advantage of what you have to offer, but yeah, taking advantage of what you have to offer. So you might be kind of like keeping some things close to the chest, but there is a transition happening here from one space into the next, from one milestone into the next, that you might be kind of keeping to yourself, or you might be kind of like delaying the process a little bit. What is at the in your conscious awareness is the Two of Swords in the upright. And so the Two of Swords is really kind of like looking forward and making decisions on an intuitive level, making decisions that you have to make, not necessarily looking at like the logical aspects of it, but looking at it in terms of like what feels right for you, right? The person in this card is blindfolded, and so they're making a choice and making a decision about moving forward using their intuition to kind of like lead them and guide them and help them to make decisions that are for their greatest good. At the heart of this, I do feel like there is some sort of like conflict, conflict attached to change. So there might be some issues with this change, that like you're trying to make a change in your life, trying to move forward into another phase of your life, but it feels like there's a little bit of contention about this change, whether that be someone else that's outside of you that is kind of like really kind of opposing the change that you want to make, and so as a result you're keeping it to yourself, or it's an internal struggle with you trying to figure out how to make the best decision for yourself moving forward, right? On the subconscious level, we have the Lover's card. So this could be the reason why there's a little bit of hesitation or a little bit of disagreement in terms of the changes that you want to make is due to the Lover. So this could be an individual in your life that is a Gemini, or it could be a partner that you have, like your actual lover, that you're having a little bit of discrepancy with and conflict with in terms of making the change that you want to make, and you know, in moving forward. The final outcome here is the Queen of Swords. And so this could be a person, but I really feel like this is your ability to be forthcoming and honest about the direction that you want to go in. But we're going to pull some clarifiers for that. What is the clarification for the Nine of Swords in reverse and the 4? Okay. So we have the 4 of Pentacles and we have the 4 of Cups. Why don't we just add, yeah. So you might have been presented with a lot of choices, right? A lot of decisions to make. And so you made a choice about the direction that you want to go in, primarily because of finances. Like finances are playing a major role in this decision that you had to make. I feel like you made a choice and now you're kind of regretting your choice, or you might be getting into some discrepancies with your partner about the choice that you've made. And I do kind of feel like you don't necessarily regret the choice. I feel like your partner might be regretting the choice that you made. And ultimately the choice had a lot to do with something was financial. I feel like you're trying to kind of get as much resources as you possibly can, and that is kind of like factoring into your decision-making process. Sometimes though, you do want to make sure that you understand that the decisions that you make, when you're presented with multiple decisions to make, that sometimes it is the things that you see or the things that are presented to you are not necessarily what they present themselves to be, right? And so you do want to be mindful of that. This is the reason why on a conscious level, you have to be able to use your intuition to kind of like guide you into making the right choices, because sometimes things aren't always what they seem. And sometimes you can make a decision that you can regret. Yeah. Again, like your finances are very important to you. Security is very important to you. Your finances and controlling your finances are very important to you. This may be you, but I don't know why. I have a feeling that this might also be someone, a lover, that is also trying to control the decisions that you make and control your finances also for you. And I feel like at some point, you have to kind of like make a decision about the choices that you make for yourself, because you have to be able to trust that your intuition is going to guide you in the best way, right? So I want to find out, what is the Queen of Swords here for? What is the Queen of Swords here for Capricorn? What is the Queen of Swords here for? Okay, so the Queen of Swords is being also represented by the Queen of Pentacles in the reverse, the Five of Cups in the reverse, and the Three of Wands in the reverse. And so again, this is energy that can be returning back to you, right? So this person could be someone that is returning back to you. They are really concerned about finances, you know, and they might be kind of like in a space where they're missing out on their relationship with you. They feel like the loss, they're focused on the loss as opposed to what they have right now. And this could be the reason why they're returning back to you. This could be someone, again, that's at a distance. I feel like a lot of this stuff kind of came out with Sagittarius. This could also be a Libra, an Aquarius, or a Gemini person, which is also represented here with the Lovers card. They could have Gemini in their chart. But ultimately, I feel like this is the person that you might have let go, that has been a point of pain or concern for you in the past, and that person might be returning. But again, you want to make sure about the choices that you make, because it looks like where your finances are concerned, this person might also be concerned with your finances a little bit too much, if you ask me. And so I feel like to some degree you might be kind of like holding out on telling them about the victories in your personal successes and in your life, because I feel like you know that they feel that way. What is the Lovers here for? What is the Lovers card here for? What is the Lovers card here for on the subconscious level? Queen of Wands again, yeah. The Queen of Wands also came out for Queen of Wands, and again the Two of Swords. So really you're going to have to make some decisions about, you might have to make a decision about two different individuals in your life. We have the fire sign energy, we have the air energy, we also have the Lovers card playing out here, and also the Queen of Pentacles. So sometimes we have to make decisions about the partners and the people that we have in our life. I feel like you have to kind of like use your intuition to know where to go and how to guide you, and to be also aware that everything isn't always what it seems. And so you need to lean into your intuition to make the decisions about that moving forward. Be aware of individuals in your life who try to manipulate you into going along with their program only because they want to gain access to your finances, right? Let's pull some more cards. Please, I need some clarification. Clarification about the cards. And that card landed right on top of the Four of Wands in reverse. And we have bad health. And so we ask Spirit, who has bad health, adjudication, high honor, and concern. So you are definitely, like, I feel like you're definitely in a position where your finances are looking good. You might have just gotten some type of award and gotten some sort of lump sum of money. And so you might have a person, or you might be the person that, you know, has come out of a space where your health wasn't that good. And so you're concerned about your health. And so you want to make sure that you might be kind of like focused on trying to get your health better, but you're not necessarily telling anybody that. You're kind of keeping that to yourself. You might also be keeping it to yourself about your finances. But I feel like this card landed on the Queen of Wands, and also the High Honor card here, right? You want to be mindful that this Queen of Wands person is someone that could be kind of dealing with a court case, right? They might be going to court, right? And I think they know that. What's going to happen? Great fortune. And they might be going to court over money. They might be suing someone, or someone might be suing them. There's a wealthy man in the mix. If you are a male in this reading, then you are probably the wealthy man. And so they might be leaning into wanting to get access to your wealth or your fortune by taking you to court, or they're being taken to court and they're going to win some sort of they're going to win some sort of, they're going to be awarded some type of monetary compensation as a result. But you want to be mindful about your health. If you are working on your health, that is a good thing. That is something definitely to be excited about. Who is this Queen of Wands person? Yeah, the Queen of Wands is someone that might be on your mind, that you might be thinking about them. They're not necessarily close to you. They might be at a distance from you. You might be, they might be on your mind. But you just, like I said, you want to be mindful about it, because, again, you might be contemplating taking a trip or traveling somewhere to go see this person. They might be living at a distance. But I feel like you should be mindful about people who present themselves to be one way and they're not that way, and they're only presenting themselves to be that way to get control of your finances, because they're concerned about themselves. They're concerned about a particular court case that might be happening for them, and they might be even offering you here gifts to really kind of like, satisfy you, or try to kind of like ease themselves back into your life. So that's just something to be mindful of. So we're going to go ahead and pull some cards for advice for you. What is the advice for Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Mercury? We have the Great Teacher, right? Great Teacher. Learn from spiritual experiences. Know that what is happening around you is divinely inspired. Learn from your current experiences and then share them with others. This card was inspired by Jesus, who is one of the most widely acknowledged and loved spiritual teachers of all time. But there's a great teacher in every tradition, and this card represents the one to whom you feel closest, as well as the great teacher within. The teacher wears simple clothes here to demonstrate that even if you live a simple life, it can be an incredibly spiritual one. He is surrounded by a sense of serenity and harmony, because he has absolute trust in the higher power that moves through him. And the dove on the card represents receiving answers to prayers through signs and experiencing peace through joy. The card can represent a teacher in your life or the great teacher within. Either way, it shows that you have dedicated a lot of time, effort, and energy to understanding yourself and the world. You are having spiritual experiences at this time and gaining a greater awareness of what you need to do in order to grow. There's a great chance that if you've been having any challenges recently, you surmounted them and allow them to be vehicles to lessons that are helping your spiritual connection. If you feel that you received messages from heaven or the universe recently, this card is confirmation that these have indeed been holy experiences. So again, I feel like at the end of all of this, when you're looking over your life and you're looking at how far you've come, you want to make sure that you really enjoy the victories that you've had in your life, right? And be careful about things that are being presented to you in a way to make them look good. They're gift wrapped, they look appealing, especially if it's from someone that is coming from your past. celebrate all your victories, all your high honors, but kind of like be wary about your health. Take care of your health. If you're keeping that to yourself, you need to be working on that also. And yes, watch out for this Queen of Wands individual that is going to court and hopefully is not trying to depend on your finances to help bail her out. Okay, so that is the end of the reading. I hope that you got something here that can help you this month. Please go ahead and leave me a comment below and let me know how this is playing out in your life. Please subscribe to the channel and hit the bell for post notifications, and share the video with someone who you think could benefit from the message here today. Thank you so much for being here, and I will see you guys soon. Bye.